So as you probably know, I'm a Godzilla collector, and I have been collecting figures since 2021. For every masterpiece of a figure, there's at least 5 that look like shit. But instead of talking about some weird obscure bootleg figures, we're gonna talk about some 100% authentic, officially licensed figures that unfortunately aren't very good. Before this video begins, I need to give shout out to some of my buddies, that being Momo Mono 1898, Creatier, and King Squids 829. Without further ado, let's begin. First we have the new 2024 the 2024 re-release of the 2021 GVK Godzilla figure. It's basically the same figure with new paint, and oh boy, the paint on this thing is fucking awful. It has as much paint as your average Playmates Godzilla figure. This feels like a Playmates figure with slightly more articulation than usual. This is an SH Monster Art figure. It costs over 90 bucks, and it has barely any paint whatsoever. No dry brushing, no nothing. If this costed around 30 to 40 bucks, I would have been okay with it, but this is 90 freaking dollars. Like, this is completely unjustified. Why do I have to pay 90 bucks for something that should be around $40 at most? The average NECA figure is around 30 to $40, and the paint job on these things is amazing. So yeah, the GVK Godzilla re-release is not worth the money. It's just not good enough to justify this price. Now we're gonna be talking about the Playmates Shin Godzilla, the first one. Yeah, they clearly stole the sculpt from the NECA Shin Godzilla. Not to mention the paint job on this thing is atrocious. This is just a bootleg. It's a straight up bootleg of the NECA Shin Godzilla. The only difference is it's officially licensed. Jesus, this thing is just atrocious. And believe it or not, Playmates actually tried to do a second Shin Godzilla. And somehow, the new version is even worse. Okay, to give this piece of shit some credit, at least it's slightly better painted. Again, the paint job on this thing is still awful, but it's slightly better than before. A little bit better. But somehow, when they try to do an original sculpt, it looks even worse. His neck is way too short, and his body is way too barrel-like. For some reason, they made him way too morbidly obese. Both of these figures look almost nothing like Shin Godzilla does in the movie. It just amazes me how terribly Playmates failed, and how they tried again and failed even worse. Now we have the Bandai Kong. This thing just looks bad, it's just really derpy. Not to mention how small his head is. This is a pinhead Kong. They did re-release this figure with the Beast Glove from GXK, and I don't know, they didn't improve the sculpt at all. He's still bug-eyed, he's still a pinhead, it's just not a very good figure. Even though I kinda hate King Kong as a character, I still think he deserved a little bit better than this.
And stop staring at me with them big old eyes!
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. What the hell is this supposed to be? Apparently this is supposed to be the Burning Godzilla 2000 from that one short film they released this November. And Jesus, this thing is atrocious. It doesn't have a neck. It has no neck whatsoever. It looks like Quasimodo. This is just atrocious. Like, the body and the head look relatively decent, so does the paint job, but Jesus, why is it completely neckless? It has no neck whatsoever. This is just terrible. They need to rework this. They need to release like a second variant of this. This is just god awful. And I thought things can't get any worse. This is the Bandai Movie Monster Series Kaiser Ghidorah. This thing is just awful. Look at it.
Look at it! Look at it! Look at it!
It looks like a fucking Muppet. It looks like Kermit the Frog. This is King Ghidorah with Kermit the Frog heads. Why the hell are all 3 of its necks so freaking thick? Why does it have such thick necks? It looks like it has hot dogs for necks. And when I thought this thing can't get any worse, this is what the original Bandai Kaiser Ghidorah looked like. This thing was 9 inches tall, It had articulation in all three of its heads, necks, all four of its legs, and both of its tails. And it had dry brushing. Freaking dry brushing on a Bandai figure. That's some premium shit right here. The new one has no dry brushing, it's a little over 6 inches tall, and it has barely any articulation. The original one has 12 points of articulation, but the new one just has 2 points of articulation, its front legs. That's it. No more, no less. This figure is an absolute disgrace. It is absolutely horrible, and it's one of the worst figures ever released. Not just one of the worst Godzilla figures, but one of the worst action figures of all time. And if things couldn't get any worse, here we have the SH Monster Arts Jet Jaguar. Why the hell is his face so squished? He looks like fucking Shrek. His face is terrible, not to mention how pathetically short his legs are. It's such an awkward looking figure. It's so awkward and the proportions are just awful. Its head is huge. It looks weird and squashed up, and its legs are just pathetically short. Not to mention how thick his hips are. This is the most awkward Jet Jaguar figure I've ever seen. If you told me that this figure was a bootleg, I would have believed you. But no, this is a completely official, licensed SH Monster Arts Jet Jaguar figure that costs over $100. Why the hell is this over 100 freaking dollars? This doesn't make any sense. This figure is basically a scam. The fact that you get something so shitty and you have to pay so much money for it is just unfair. The West has fallen. Society has collapsed. And to finish off this shit stain of a video, we have the Bandai America Ghidorah. This thing is just so awkward. It just looks so weird and it has no articulation whatsoever. It has absolutely zero articulation. And the paint job is just fucking awful. As I said, this is the American Bandai figure, and this is what the Japanese Bandai figure looks like. Dude, I cannot believe that this is an officially licensed figure. It feels like a bootleg, but it's not. It's completely official licensed figure. Oh dude, I just have nothing more to say about this figure. It's just atrocious. So this is my video. I hope you found it at least a little entertaining. And yeah, please like and subscribe and see you in the next video. Bye!